on YouTube, and tonight I am about to give you a full review of a classic retro home computer. Back in the 1980s, first came the ZX81 by a consumer electronics guy called Clive Sinclair, and released in 1988. Certainly after that became this one. It is the classic retro 1980s computer, which is made by Sinclair. It is the 128K ZX Spectrum Plus 2, done by Sinclair / Amstrad back in 1988. During the same time when this computer came out, the Spectrum ZX 128K Spectrum Plus 3 was also born as well, in which, as the Spectrum Plus 2 with a cassette recorder, had a floppy disk drive with it. But this is the original ZX Spectrum Plus 2 128K by Sinclair, made by Amstrad Consumer Electronics, and that's how the main screen looked like. Going to give you more about that in just a few moments, but let's take a look at the computer itself. Here is by the official Sinclair logo. It had 128 KB RAM with the official ZX Spectrum Plus 2 logo there. That's how the main keyboard looked like. And compared to the Sinclair Spectrum Plus 3, which also came out during the same time as this one has got the cassette deck, data caller, with all its basic functions there. I'm about to give you a bit of piece of uploading technique on this in a few moments. But taking a look at the main computer itself, it was just basically two basic functions. As we take along the back here, for the mains operation, 9 volts. This is the back of the computer, by the way. This is 9 volt DC, MIDI interface for keypad, RGB, output socket for sound there, and TV RF output for any home television. Also had other jacks here on the opposite side here for joystick. Sinclair SJS1 joysticks, as you can see there. 2 joystick pads for alternate gaming, and a reset button just there. It's the main Sinclair Spectrum Plus 2 computer, released in 1988. And I've actually got it switched on. Actually, this is how the actual screen looked like if the camera can take it. So there, the tape loader. Now the main screen looked like on the TV. The tape loader, calculator, 48K basic, 128K basic, and tape loader. And if anybody was familiar with this computer, but especially for uploading games like this one I'm about to try and upload, Twin Turbo V8 in 1989, this is how the loading screen used to look like, if anybody remembers this. It said you pressed enter on tape loader, it said insert tape and press play. There goes, says showing it there on the top, program Twin Turbo V8. And this is how the loading screen looked like. As you can see the TV screen there with the computer. This is how the loading screen used to look like. Just going to get a full view there with the computer just here. The main title music by Cindy Sharp's Twin Turbo V8 should come up in a few moments. Ultimate true retro classic this was, this computer right here, the ZX Spectrum Plus 2 by Sinclair in 1988. Released right after when the ZX81 came out. this is how the loading screen used to look like right here. And the music should start. Now. So there you go, there's the main title screen there on the TV. Twin Turbo V8 by Codemasters. I've still got more videos coming up here uploading soon, but part 2 of this Sinclair Spectrum review in just a few moments gives you a little bit of simple computer programming for the first time ever on YouTube. That's coming up in a minute.